Hello, my name is Angela Ryder, and for this professional development training, I want to introduce Dictanote. Dictanote is a speech to text tool. Basically, what it does is it voice types notes for the user. Since we're in this time where we're having to learn and teach virtually, this is a great tool to learn and apply it in the classroom. It's easy to apply because all you need is Google. You can use Google Chrome. It's readily available. Teachers and students are using it in the classrooms now. It's easy to access. All you do is go to the Google Chrome browser. When you click on it, you go to the extensions and you'll pull up Dictanote. If for some reason your laptop is unavailable, then Google has this app that you can, it's a Dictanote app that you can download onto your iPads and your smartphones. So let's look at some goals for this professional development. We're going to look at just being aware of Dictanote. Dictanote indirectly supports standards and research based instruction. For standards, there is a technology standards that's set for students that says that they need to be creative communicators. Dictanote supports that through supporting the students' thinking, writing skills. It enables them to express themselves clearly and communicate with others more proficiently. The research that has been done on speech to text tools has shown that there is a significant impact on student learning for those students with differing levels and abilities. Let's just take an older student. Let's say he's in the classroom and there is a lecture type lesson being presented. The teacher, whatever she is saying, the student can use this as like a recording device. So whatever she's saying can be typed across the screen. So at the same time as that's being done, the student can take notes. So being able to see what's being said is going to impact that learner. It's going to aid in comprehension of what was being said. So, what's happening in the lesson. So, it's going to help those to have that there on that screen to see what's being said. It's going to help those visual learners. It's definitely going to help those students that are English with a second language, English as a second language. It's going to help those students that might have some type of auditory disability. So with that being said, research has also shown that students are able to complete homework faster. So if they have this, their thought processes are being supported, their writing skills are being supported, so they're able to complete assignments quicker. Also, students' reading vocabulary has increased, their writing skills, and their spelling has also improved. Not only are you looking at the academics, but it is also research has shown that motivation and confidence levels has increased using these type of tools. And when that happens, boy, you know that there will be some significant impact on learning. When students are motivated and they want to learn and they have a confidence in learning, that's good. Let's look at some objectives. What you want to do is describe the benefits of Dictanote. If Dictanote does not work to, if it's not an asset to us as a teacher or for our students, we're not going to want to use it. But we're going to look at, actually, we've already seen some benefits and we're going to look at those a little more closely. You want to demonstrate how to effectively use Dictanote in the classroom. Well, there's some benefits. There's more time for teachers to facilitate. We know with writing assignments, they can sometimes be difficult for students, especially those who may have some learning disabilities. So it could be frustrating to think, what is it that I'm trying to say, to express that in writing. They have a hard time trying to focus, and so your time is going to be drawn to them. It's more one-on-one to those specific students, and you're not able to really utilize your time wisely and get around to the other students like you need to. They have to have that interaction, that teacher interaction, that feedback with their work as well. So Dictanote allows students to become a little more independent, and that will allow you as a teacher to work and move around the room to be that facilitator. With their independence levels increasing, well, as they're working, they're definitely going to be more focused and engaged in what they're doing. And when this happens, this will definitely impact behavior management. So that's a good thing. We definitely want that under control. There are some other benefits to capture thoughts quickly. I can relate to this. There are times when I'm trying to write and I think, what do I want to say? And so I'm practicing saying, I say, oh, this sounds really good. So I'm going to write this. And as soon as I begin to write, or as I'm writing, sometimes I forget what I was trying to say. And so Dictanote will capture those thoughts there, and it does it quickly. So the student doesn't have to stop and try to think, now what was it that I was trying to say? It's already been recorded there. It will aid in spelling and mechanics. You'll see in just a few minutes that the words will be spelled correctly. So as students write or whatever they're trying to say, they don't have to be bogged down by spelling. This is a major issue with students. They feel like they have to spell every word correctly, especially your older students who are writing. They feel like everything has to be spelled correctly. And so they get more focused on that, and then they lose their train of thought, what they were trying to say. And so this just is another benefit. It helps in that. Also with mechanics, now you'll see some of the mechanics. There's some capitalization that's shown here with students. There's like apostrophes that's used correctly, but there will be some that's missing, and we'll discuss that in a few minutes. Now, another benefit to Dictanote would be it ensures voice clarity and volume. So as you're speaking, you want to speak clearly and loud enough so that the recorder can pick that up. Now, that is speaking skills, that's a standard all through from little ones on up that they have to do. They have to learn how to speak clearly. And so with this tool, it allows them to practice that skill. It's also a good social skill. If you're trying to communicate effectively with someone, you definitely want to be clear and you want to be loud enough that someone can hear what you're trying to say. So let's just go and we're going to look at how to use Dictanote. It's very simple, so I like this about it. What you see this microphone icon here, so and it says start. So whatever it is that you want to say, you just click start. And whenever you have finished, you just click it again and it will stop. So for example, so I can say this. Today is July 4th. I'm very excited because my family and I will have a full day of grilling, swimming, and popping fireworks. All right, we see what was typed here. We do notice that there is beginning capitalization here. There is proper noun is capitalized. We see that. And there is an apostrophe here. Now, there's definitely a run on. There needs to be a period. There needs to be some commas, and a comma's in the series here, and there has to be some ending punctuation. Now, this is okay because as teachers, we can use this as a great learning activity. We can be creative in how to use this. We could assign groups, so small groups, maybe groups of 4. And this could be done either face to face or virtually. These students, say face to face, could get together, they could share their sentences, and some great collaboration will be going on here as they're discussing with each other. There's no threat. They should feel safe sharing with their friends here. You know, hey, how can I correct this? What's going on? What needs to be? And also, the teacher is there as she is moving around in the groups, can monitor and see and offer any assistance if there needs to be. If this needs to be done virtually, this can be done through Google Classroom. Say you could take a student and he could send this to the other 3 members within the group and also the teacher. There can be feedback. They can interact there, how to make corrections, what to do to make the corrections, how to fix this, how to make it more exciting, whatever they need to do, whatever they want to say. So that interaction can be exchanged there. The teacher can provide feedback also on this, so in very timely manner. You could also make a different activity. You could say, if this is all completed correctly, once it is completed correctly, the students could handwrite it, practice that. Handwriting is a good way for memory, to learn. They're reviewing these skills, these mechanics, the grammar, the structure of the sentence. So all this will be extra practice as they're writing, speaking it. It's already there, so they don't have to think too much. It's not stressful as far as spelling. So they have the access to the correct spelling. And by them actually working and writing it, they're spelling it correctly. They're seeing it. They could read it. They can say it. They're doing it. So a variety of learning styles can be used with this activity. Also, this can be, well, let's just go here. We see this on this bar, some familiar options, but I do want to bring attention to, like, say, the table. Students could insert the table, like a link, a picture, even a video in their work. So that would be great to have there. Also, as a teacher, you can use this as a way to monitor student progress. You can tell, is the student gaining an independence, or is he still requiring a lot of assistance from the teacher and from other students? You could tell if there is growth in what he is learning in sentence structure, if he's learning where, as far as punctuation, where do I put the commas, where insert periods, like that type of thing. Also, this could be like, you could monitor speaking skills. If you speak into this clearly, then that will show on here. If you don't, it won't type what you're trying to say. So that could be also a way you could monitor those skills. So let's go back. So we're going to conclude this. Let's do a little recapping. Maybe. Let's see. Let's go to the next. Let's just pull it up here. I'm not sure what's happening. There we go. So we're just going to do a little recap. We definitely know, we've learned that Dictanote can be a valuable asset to teachers and students. This is a tool that is very useful for diverse learners, different abilities, different levels. Students can use it. I shared this tool with a coworker. She's a kindergarten teacher. And she was even excited about the possibility of using this with her students. She said, after a lot of course, modeling how to use this, and when the students feel comfortable using it, she said this could free her time because the students will have to, whatever they're drawing or writing, so they have to write something. So they could just speak whatever they're trying to say. They have to write a sentence. And so they could speak that sentence, and there you go. I mean, you have all that again. You have the clarity. They can work on that. You can have them speaking into this independently, as the teacher doesn't have to stand over that one student and wait till he gets through speaking and then record what she's trying to say and then go to the next student's, so they could be working and she can be moving around the room. This, as a kindergarten teacher, we talked about too that you could introduce some of these skills. Oh, look at the capital letter, look at the ending punctuation, whatever it is. This could be used possibly in kindergarten. I'm excited to say she will use this. I'm pretty sure, and I'm going to follow her to see how well this goes. And so if it can be used for kindergarten, it can definitely be for first grade too. I know research the research had started like at second grade, but I believe it could be used for younger kids, and we'll see that. I'd like to share that once I learn that. This video could be used as support for teachers and also as students. It's not very hard to use this as a tutorial for students to show them how to work this. It's very simple. You could develop it a little more, I guess, go through it a little slower maybe, and show some more things like inserting pictures and stuff like that, and use it as a tutorial. So definitely what we want to do to end this is collaborate with peers. We want to get together with our coworkers and we want to plan, how can we use Dictanote? How can we integrate that into the curriculum, into all these content areas? Because it's going to help students. Students need this. And I think it would be a very valuable tool to use. And so let's look at that as we go into the year, and as it progresses. So I'd like to share and hear some notes and ideas and thoughts about what has been observed with this tool. So